What should you fix and what should you not fix before you sell your house? Want to know what repairs are a complete waste of money and which ones will actually add value to your home and help you sell faster? In this video, we're going to cover the top of 5 repairs and upgrades that you should do and that are going to add value to your home, and the top 5 skip it projects that are definitely money wasters. And make sure you stay to the end because I'll give you my tried and true skip it or fix it formula so you can assess whether you should do the repairs in your house or not. Okay, let's get to it. According to a report from Remodel magazine, most major upgrades only recoup around 60 to 70% of the cost. Counting down from number 5 is a minor kitchen remodel or bathroom remodel. If you do a major remodel, you're looking at 30, 40, 50, maybe even 100 grand here in San Diego for a kitchen remodel. And chances are you won't get that back in a bumped up price for your house. Focus on what buyers are going to see. So update the cabinet, so either resurface or repaint them, change out old hardware, change out the kitchen sink faucet, add modern light fixtures or swap out old ones, and deep clean any greasy areas that are visible to buyers when they walk through your kitchen. If your appliances are mismatched, consider swapping them out so they match. But if they are in good condition and your kitchen looks relatively good, just leave it. I wouldn't recommend swapping out those appliances for new ones. I had a past client that repainted the kitchen cabinets, and while it wasn't the greatest job, it did look great in photos, and that immediate reaction, first impressions when buyers walked into the kitchen made an impact. So if you're low on budget, consider repainting your cabinets. If you are thinking about selling your house in the next 12 months, you're probably wondering, should I replace the floors? Should I fix that roof? Homeowners ask this question all the time before they put their house on the market. So the thing is that not all repairs are created equal. You're not going to get the same amount of money back depending on what you do. Some repairs and upgrades make your home look beautiful and shine and give you all the money that you've spent on it. But others are just complete duds and a waste of money. So I get it. You want to make a great first impression before a buyer comes in. I've seen some homeowners put $20,000 into their home right before selling, and it doesn't really move the needle that much. They only get a few $1,000s back, while others spend a few $1,000s really strategically, and that bumps up their home value. The key is not how much you spend, but to spend where buyers are going to notice and get some positive emotional response from it. Now, moving on to number 4 on the list is flooring. While it would be really nice to have beautiful new floors for the next homeowner, it will probably cost a lot. So instead, make sure it's clean. If your floors are mismatched, if there's laminate and there's carpet and there's vinyl, consider matching up if you can. But if there is big stains, especially big stains on the carpet, see if you can get them professionally cleaned, or also consider getting new carpet. Carpet generally is cheaper than new flooring. That will make a good first impression. But if your flooring is cracked or there is big gashes or scratches, then consider refinishing it or replacing it. But make sure not to overspend in this area. A lot of times buyers will have their own taste. So even if you put in new flooring, they might not like it. And this has happened to me previously. I was working with a buyer and she said she would rather have the homeowner just leave the floor as is, and she will come in and replace it to her taste. Number 3 on the list to consider repairing or replacing is outdated light fixtures. So hey, real quick, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Jade. I'm a local real estate agent here in San Diego. And I make weekly videos on the housing market and what's going on. And also, after helping so many clients over the years, I've gained valuable insight on what works and what doesn't. So I'm here to share that as well if you are thinking about making a move. So my number is right here on the screen. Give me a call, text me. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, back to the video. Light fixtures are 20, 10, 30 years old. This can really brighten up a room figuratively and literally and make a good impression on potential buyers. This should only cost a few $100s, or if you don't want to replace the light fixtures, consider changing the light bulbs. And stick with finishes that are brushed nickel or matte black. Don't have to go luxury here. This will help appeal to everyone. And also, new modern lighting gives that wow factor. And potential buyers will think, wow, this is an updated house. Now, number 2 on the list of things that you should fix it is curb appeal. First impressions do matter. If potential buyers get a good first impression, then they're going to walk through the door already having a good feeling about your house. So simple upgrades that you can do, definitely make sure that your front lawn is neat and tidy, bushes have been trimmed. Also puts in some colorful flowers or plants, just so that there's that pop of color and gives you that happy emotion when you're walking out of your car and into the front yard of your home. Also consider pressure washing the driveway or around your front door. Make sure you clear off any cobwebs or leaves, and consider painting the front door to give it a little refresh. And plants by the front door will be nice too. You might consider replacing your garage door. Your garage door is one of those things that you will definitely get your return on investment. If you have an older garage door, it will give it that pop wow impression when buyers first arrive at your house. And moving on to number 1, the best return on your investment for upgrading your house before you sell your house is painting. Painting is the easiest and most cost-effective thing you can do. You could paint your house yourself on the interior, or maybe not the exterior. That's probably a pretty big job. But on the interior, in certain rooms, if there's scuff marks or it's just like dirty handprints, so consider painting it just so it gives it that fresh, new feeling. And don't forget the baseboards and trimming around the doors and windows. And remember to stay neutral in these colors. Creams, off-white, beiges. Make sure it's neutral. Now, before we move on to 5 skip it repairs that you definitely don't want to do, make sure to stay to the end because I'll give you my tried and true skip it or fix it formula so you know which repairs to do and not do. Getting on to 5 skip it repairs and upgrades that you definitely don't want to do. Starting at number 5 is big ticket items. You do not want to undertake big, massive projects such as installing a pool, landscaping your backyard so that there's a whole entertainment outdoor area, replacing the roof, replacing your entire flooring, or doing the windows. No, no, no. So if you have issues, if there's a leak in the roof, if there's a cracked window, definitely repair it. I recommend to do that, but don't replace all the windows in the house and don't replace the whole roof. Buyers are obviously going to expect that things work and aren't broken, but they don't expect brand new flooring, brand new windows, or brand new roof. So don't do that. And moving on to number 4, this is kind of similar. You don't have to replace that HVAC system. If there's an issue with it, definitely fix it, but you do not need to upgrade it so it's brand new for the new buyers. Now moving on to number 3 on the list is adding an additional room or square footage. It's going to be so much money, permit, time, hassle, you're not going to get that back. If you add an extra room, that's going to cost you $100,000, maybe you'll get back $50,000 of that. It's just not worth it, especially if you're doing it right before you sell. Now, moving on to number 2 of things that you can definitely skip is high-end features or fixtures. So while that beautiful chandelier will look amazing in your house, it's just not worth it if you're going to sell the house. No high-end hardware, no high-end light fixtures. Don't buy the best paint. Obviously, don't buy the cheapest paint, but don't go high-end is what I'm saying. Whatever you do, just give it a nice polished look, but you definitely don't need to go high-end. And number one on the list of things that you should skip is a full remodel of your kitchen or a full remodel of your bathroom. This is such a huge expense. Chances are you won't get that money back in a bump up in home price. Buyers will probably not have the same taste or style as you do. Keep your money and focus on the functionality, cleanliness, and just kind of a bright, airy space. Think facelift, not full surgery. Well, thank you for sticking around to the end. And here is my tried and true skip it or fix it formula that I give my clients here in San Diego. It's a 5-step process. And the first thing to do is make a list of everything that looks damaged, needs repairs, or looks outdated. Make a list. Now, number two is ask the question, is it visible? Can buyers see these problem areas? Or is it a major concern? So if there's a leak, you probably need to fix it. If your kitchen cabinets inside are not in great shape, but the buyers won't see it, then you need to assess whether it's worth it to repair it or not. Now, number three on the list is estimate the cost. Now, with all the items that you've listed out, try to get a gauge of how much it would cost to whether to upgrade it or repair it. You can do an easy Google search on the internet. You can ask ChatGPT. And if you're really curious, you could probably just reach out to some of these contractors and just ask them for a ballpark figure of how much it would cost to, say, replace the kitchen cabinets. Number four on the list is to compare the comps. Do other houses in your neighborhood that are on the market or that have sold recently have these kinds of upgrades? How does your house stack up against theirs? Does your house meet the standard to the neighborhood? Because you definitely don't want to go over and above. You don't want to go above the standard. Don't over improve. And number five on the list, consult your agent. A local agent in your neighborhood will probably know what buyers are really looking for and what's most important nowadays. A lot of feedback that I've had recently from buyers is flooring. They do notice if there's mismatched flooring and if it's stained or scratched up. So you'll have to make that assessment with your property, but it is something that buyers really are noticing these days. Remember, you don't have to make your house perfect. You just have to make it appealing, neat and tidy, and if you can, move in ready. I hope you found some value in this video. If you did, please hit the like button, consider subscribing. And also, I have a free download of this skip it or fix it formula in the description below. And if you have any questions about your specific property, reach out. My number is right here on the screen. I would love to hear from you. And if you like this video, consider watching this.